Oh!
Most likely. It's not going to happen. It's a football club.
Arsenal, probably, yeah.
You're a rising star, or are you established now as a pundit?
I still like to think of myself as a rising star, I suppose, and thank you very much for saying that.
Who is likely to finish with the season with the most assists? Which person?
Eriksen.
Why?
Yeah. I think at the end of last year, he really kind of stepped up, takes free kicks, takes corners, which always helps. And on top of that, he's got Harry Kane. To get an assist, you've got to put it in the back of the net.
Which clubs will most likely finish in the bottom three?
I'm going to go Newcastle, Burnley, Brighton.
Newcastle, Burnley, Brighton. Why Newcastle?
I don't feel like they've backed
your
Rafa.
team,
I know, it hurts me. As of today, they've not backed him the way I think they should back him. And the league's brutal, really is. I mean, Huddersfield have gone out and spent 35 million on bulking up their squad. For some reason, I fancy them. Newcastle, when the tide starts to turn at St James's Park, it affects players on the pitch, and I think it might go that way.
So which team is most likely to finish bang on mid-table? 10th.
Oh, Bournemouth.
The most underrated player that you played with?
Underrated? Wilson Palacios.
Really?
Yeah, I think he was really liked at Spurs, don't get me wrong, but I think, from a league perspective and the way that maybe other teams looked at him, a very underrated player. He was almost what Kante does for Leicester and what he did for Leicester and Chelsea is what Wilson used to do. He was an animal, I'm telling you. So very underrated.
Which ex-teammate would have been most likely to win an Olympic medal, and in which sport?
Wow. I could pick a few here, to be honest with you. Yeah. I'm going to go with Kyle Walker, 400 metres. Just a machine.
Beast.
Absolute machine. Yeah. I could have put Bale in that as well, but I think he's more of a 200 metre man. But I think Kyle Walker, at times, I remember he was doing a couple of pre-season runs.
Yeah.
And he was between him and Bale, it was pretty close. So I'm going to go with Kyle Walker.
Which former teammate would be most likely to become a politician? Who's smart? You got any smart guys you can remember?
Yeah.
What yourself?
Well,
got an opinion, you're a pundit?
I've been on Question Time as well, so yeah, it probably could be myself, weirdly enough.
Who's most likely to be the PFA Young Player of the Year?
This year? Yeah. I'm going to go with Sane. I'm hoping he's in the bracket of young player. I think he's only about 20, isn't he? Yeah.
He's fine.
I literally watched him almost grow as a player. Like when he arrived, he was a bit scrawny, a bit skinny. I think between himself and Gabriel Jesus, they're going to have a strong season. But I'm going to go with Sane to win it. If
you've got to save one of these things in a fire, Arsenal or Derby County, which one would you go with?
None, I'd say.
You've got to save one.
Oh.
Most likely. It's not going to happen. It's a football club.
Arsenal, probably, yeah. I'm from Nottingham, This runs deep. Deep.
I saw that documentary. You've got to be careful.
It runs deep, yeah.
What are you then? It's depressing how young I look, and then you're a boy.
Who is most likely to win an arm wrestle out of Ivanovic and Drogba?
Ooh.
And why?
I'm going to go Ivanovic. He's a beast.
It's simple.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
He wouldn't let you win.
Most likely to win the Golden Glove. Bit weird.
Courtois.
Why?
They're the best defence in the league.
Fair enough. Which clubs will be most likely to be the surprise package this season?
Bournemouth.
Which of your fellow pundits is most likely to be the best manager in the future? Who's going to have the best career?
Steven Gerrard.
If your life depended on it, which former teammate would you most likely trust to take a penalty for you, for your life?
Didier Drogba.
Jermaine said Shearer. Right. Who would win in a penalty shootout, most likely, between Didier Drogba and Alan Shearer?
Drogba. Sheer Drogba.
Sheer Drogba. Is that the word? And okay, who's most likely the most talented player you've ever played with?
Eden Hazard.
Which two teammates would you most likely choose in a three-man midfield if you're in it as well?
Current playing or that I played against? I played with Makaleli and Gerrard.
What a strange random question. And which team is likely to finish bang mid-table? 10th. No one talks about the mid-table team. West Ham. Why?
I think they were flirting towards relegation last year, but I think they've bought 3 or 4 good players, so I think they'll improve them a bit. But I still think they're weak in certain areas, so I can see them finishing the table.
Let's go for the big one. Who's most likely to win the Premier League this year?
I think at the moment where we stand, with a couple of weeks left in the transfer window, I go for Man City. They've spent a lot of money, but they've strengthened in key areas where they were weak last season. So I think where we stand at the moment, they're the favourites.
Okay. Which English club is most likely to go the furthest in Europe this season?
I think Liverpool could surprise a lot of teams.
Who's most likely to be a better manager, you or Jamie Carragher?
It's a difficult question. We're both untried. Jamie's obviously got fantastic knowledge of the game, but I think he's really enjoying it commentary, where I've got to have confidence in myself, and hopefully it'll be me.
Most likely to laugh at the wrong moment?
Laugh at the wrong moment?
Because there's got to be one, isn't there? There's a moment where someone says something that sounds a bit like a sexual innuendo or something like that, and who's most likely to go?
Rio goes quite early. I'd probably put myself in that bracket as well, to be honest.
Oh, really? You're quick to go? I thought you'd have a good poker face.
I've got a decent poker face, but when I'm around funny people, it goes.
Who would most likely win in an arm wrestle out of Sammy Hippier and Martin Skirtle?
What a strange random question. I'd have to go for Martin Skirtle. He's got the tattoos, he's a big strong cat, he's never out the gym. He's a big tough boy as well, so I'll probably go for Skirtle.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, mate.
Thank you.
We're from a YouTube channel, and Craig, our cameraman here, he refuses to go on camera. However, he has gone on camera here once.
Oh, great. Oh my God, that's depressing. How old are you there?
How old are you there, Frank? How old are you there?
It's depressing how young I look, and then you're a boy. Wow. What year is that?
What year is that?
No, 2000 maybe?
2000.
There he is.
You've revealed Craig. What are you doing? Yeah.
He's good looking in those days.
That's like, you look 16 there. That's me
You're
saying
obviously a
that.
Chelsea fan. Great, good man.
That's Chelsea, man.
Good man.